Hey, what's a happening? I see Richie. What's up, Richie? Yeah. You ready, huh? That intro gets you going. Nice. Here, I'm gonna see if I can put up. Sorry if I'm still sweaty from work and stuff, but I did pretty much just come out to the garage after work and watch that shit and start drinking beers. So that's how it's gonna be. I'm going to do the invite thing so that anybody that wants to can call in. So here is a link. Maybe I can do this. Oh, I think I got it. Pow. Okay, there's a link. You guys can call in if you want. Tell me if you're all freaking trying to get this work going on in the summertime so you can go to all the football games in the wintertime. That's what I do. I try to take care of the business when I can because you got there's a season for construction, and the winter ain't it for me. Some guys they enjoy it when it's winter and they're doing the construction, but god damn, man, I'm in my 50s. I've seen my cold days, and I'm living kind of north. I mean, I guess I would say high mountain desert gets a lot of snow. Up in these hills, there's 14 foot of snow every damn year, man. It's crazy, crazy. What? No way. So zero AC in a school. That's what it was like in the 70s, man. They didn't shoot. Maybe there'd be a swamp cooler over by where the teachers hung out or something, but it was just swelter, you know. And so I guess that's why they said school's over. You go home and melt yourself to death. Maybe that's why summers are scheduled for when they are. Hmm. But you're there after school, or is it an all around school, bro? Like, is that one of those schools? Sorry, this thing's a bouncy. There we go. That might have fixed it. So there's the schools that go like year round. And I realized that teachers still have a job to do by preparing for next year and stuff. So it's split units. Okay. Okay. I mean, seems to me in a very populated area, you'd have to do that. You'd have to split them. And so the kids will overlap each other a little bit, but that way you can mix in all the kids that are around because there's got to be just a bazillion kids, huh? Oh, I get it. I get it, dude. All of the, you know what? I think maintaining a giant property is about one of the most physical things you could probably have to do. And I'm sure that there's times when you're doing that sort of stuff where everything just kind of smooth and rolls through. But I cannot imagine like all of the upkeep. My kid, I got 3 kids and they've destroyed my house, just destroyed it. I can't imagine the upkeep on a building where, like, say, an office building where there's just 1,000 people in there. Holy cats. Buffalo Public? Rich, Richie, Chris spotted you out. So I don't care where it's at, man, unless it's like a little dinky town and there's classes of 20 children. That's where I went to school. There was 27 kids in my class, and 7 of us were boys. And then the kids that were 1 year older than me had like 28 people. It was pretty evenly mixed, but the class younger than me and then the class younger than that were small, like 8 people in the class below us. And I think there was 15 or 17 in the one below them. And so by the time I was a senior, man, we had no fucking help on the football team. It was 5 of us got our ass kicked, and the other 2 of them dropped out of school, right? That was real back then. I mean, we had underclassmen help, but it was not easy. Okay. Specialty behavioral school. Okay, that's man, that's even more fucking maintenance. But why the hell wouldn't they have air conditioning for you? Unless you're out in the shed, you know, like trying to stay away from the teachers and stuff. Like, you know, there's got to be a hot teacher there. Got to stay away from her, bro. Trust me, it's just better that way. Cheers, boys. Glad you guys came over to hang out. Having a good afternoon finally. It's a lot of work to get those guys to just keep going all day when it's really hot. And so I jump out of the machine. I mean, I'm sitting in the big excavators, right? And so I'll jump out, shut that, and go over there, and I'll rake with them or shovel, you know. I mean, I'll jump on the compactor and rock that sucker across it. I go sit in the shade for a while, guys, you know. I think that's how you're supposed to be. For real, Richie. For real. We got to take care of them kids. I didn't. The only person in my family that ever had like any sort of difference was my older brother Scott. He passed away a couple years ago, and he was deaf. So you just learned what sign language you needed. I skipped a lot of it because it seemed pretty intricate. So I like to keep it short. And he read lips really well. You know, wake him up, we'll flip the light switch on and off. Hey, come on. You know, he was a guy. He used to beat the fuck out of me. He used to beat the shit out of me, and I think it kind of made me sad because I could take an ass whipping, but it made me sad because I always just wanted a big brother. You know, he never really was, and I think it was because he was upset that I wasn't different too. I guess that's it. You know, but hey, Scott, salute, buddy. Shit happens when you're a kid. Sometimes you do stuff that you're not proud of later on in life, you know, and me and him talked about that. I actually went and kicked his ass when I got old enough. I outgrew him by like almost a foot, dude. It was about like, so I'm a good head taller than Anthony, that's on the show here. And he's about what Scott got to. But boy, when we were little, I mean, 4 years when you're little makes a lot of difference. 5 years, you know what I mean? I got some demons. You know, if you got demons, come and talk to somebody like me that's been through some demons, bro. We could get through this shit. We can get through this shit. I can teach you how to be immune to that shit. I like to hide it in comedy, you know? And then I guess I cover it a lot, like with some Novocaine, you know, liquid Novocaine. But the hard part is not throwing those at anyone else, you know? If you can learn to not throw those demons at someone else, because those are fucking scary things, bro. Real question here. Don't normally side with TD. Dude, TD was somebody said it in the chat, TD looks very pale today. I thought that was funny. Big C's all right, dude. Let's read this up here. So, is it really true? Subpar performance in the Super Bowl because he got a point. So, nobody that hasn't made it to a fucking Super Bowl can ever say that that guy did bad in the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? It says, What is this? Anthony tried to call in. There he is. Boom. So nobody can say they're better than.
You there, Jamie?
Yeah, buddy. Can you hear me? You got to put in your thing.
I'm here. Can you see me?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. What do you think about the little saying Allen and Jackson and Joe Burrow are better than Mahomes? What do you think?
Well, I'll
about
tell you what. Unfortunately, the king of the AFC right now is Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen's number 2 because Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have always finished number 2, you know, in some time, or they've always had great games, right? So, and until Josh Allen can beat Mahomes in the AFC Championship, I do believe unfortunately it's going to be Mahomes number 1 and Josh Allen number 2. And then until Allen gets in that Super Bowl, you know, and wins, then maybe there could be a chance of him being number 1, you know, going into a season.
Yes, but there's a lot of you can't. That's like trying to say Brady's better or Mahomes is better than Brady, though. He's not.
Right, and in a career wise, yeah, Brady's better than Mahomes by far because
Mahomes could do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brady's the GOAT. I'll even fucking say it, dude. I'm going to be truthful. I
don't like Tom Brady either, but he's got talent, and I respect what he had and what he's done.
You guys, my prediction was after a decade, I'll make a decision whether or not this was a dynasty. And after a decade, I'll make a decision on whether or not Mahomes has been better than Brady in a decade. But after 20 years is the only time I can ever say, because Brady's got the longevity. He's the fucking GOAT, dude. That's the king. You know?
Yeah.
Mahomes is right fucking there. Man, he's up there. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys are gonna say that a couple of guys that have never won a fucking championship. They've never even fucking got to a Super Bowl. They've never won a Getting to the championship is a fucking big deal. Big deal. But you've never won one. Now, what's a fucking bigger deal? The one that gets fucking rigged and everybody can talk their shit, and then it's coming again, boys, because I told you 10 years. And Mahomes is probably going to have as many rings as Brady. That means he's got to win these next 2 and then wait for fucking 15 years.
Unless Buffalo can stop him this year.
That's going to be rough, dude. I've been watching my team.
I understand you've been watching your team. Practice is practice. OTAs is OTAs. Wait until they put the pads on, and we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it comes down to
they want to say Joe Burrow's better than Mahomes. Well, he got
Joe Burrow's got some good talent. I like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's got good talent.
He's great,
but he's not better than Mahomes. Burrow was not better than Mahomes. He's not better than Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson and Mahomes and
are you saying that
Lamar
he's better
Jackson
than fucking Brett Favre?
Who?
Joe Burrow.
No.
Okay, well, Mahomes is better than Brett Favre.
Brett Favre's won a champion. Yeah, Brett Favre's won a Super Bowl. I think Brett Favre is better than Aaron Rodgers at this point.
Yep.
Unfortunately, to say that, you know.
That's where I put it. Brett Favre is a fucking Hall of Famer.
He is.
Honestly, yes, Aaron Rodgers is going to make Hall of Fame, but I don't know if he actually deserves it because he's got 1 Super Bowl.
He deserved it 5 years ago. He should have retired when he left the Packers, in my opinion.
He was Hall of Fame forever.
You know?
Because goddamn, he was one of the greatest, dude. He really was. He's Hall of Fame.
Aaron Rodgers was good.
I'm disappointed, and I hope he does it better at Pittsburgh. I think I'm just disappointed with him. But do you think
should have done? The way he did what he did with the Jets organization, he ruined it. You know he fired. He got Robert Saleh fired.
Troy Aikman.
Josh Allen better than Troy Aikman. Unfortunately, Troy Aikman has won 3 Super Bowls. So no, I hate to say it. Until Josh Allen has won,
he's won 2 Super Bowls, right?
Okay, well, 2 or 3. I don't know exactly. I think he's won 3. He's won 2 against Buffalo, and then he won 1 against I think Pittsburgh.
Okay.
when Deion Sanders was one with the football team.
Rich. Let's do this. What's up, Richie?
Boys,
Cheers, buddy.
If we're going to go off Super Bowls, unfortunately, no. But
Okay.
Allen has great talent. I like him.
But
I think he's going to be. I think
him above Mahomes.
I think he's. Well, I think he's. Say that again.
Your boys ranked him. Our boys ranked him. Ranked Josh Allen.
They ranked him.
Mahomes.
They ranked him coming into. Yeah.
well,
How they ranked him was because of going into the season and what they think that he's going to fare this year. I think that's how they did that.
So they're going
But
to go this year.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we're there.
Yes, Richard.
Gotcha.
But hey, I got to get back in here. I just wanted to harass you for a little bit.
Let's listen to what Richie has to say.
Okay, go ahead, Richie. Yeah, I'm late, so
Okay.
No, my whole question was, my whole thing was what TD said. I mean, Allen, I would have only ranked Allen above Mahomes this year as far as stats, but as far as pure performer, I mean, Joe Burrow was arguably the best quarterback in the league, but he was held back by his defense. But no, my point I was trying to make in the chat was like, I actually sided with TD, and I hate doing that shit. But like with him, he was like, and that's why I'm asking you to correct me if I'm wrong, or Anthony, you can correct it too.
Mhm.
Was the whole stipulation, the whole frustration is like if that was Allen or Lamar Jackson. I mean, Philadelphia's defense was lights out. You got to give them credit for that. But like, his whole point was if that was Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, they would get scrutinized till to this day. But Mahomes didn't seem to get much hate for that loss. That was the whole point. I don't know if he did or not. I didn't pay too much attention, but that's why. And I'm not. That's not me shitting on Mahomes. I'm just saying, like, I feel like he doesn't get the same scrutiny, if you will, as like some of these other quarterbacks. Like,
we love him, dude. You're not going to hear a Chiefs fan talk bad about him.
yeah.
well, no,
I like defense better, so I was very impressed with the Eagles in that game.
Right.
All right, you guys have a good one, man.
All right, Anthony.
I got to get in there.
All right.
I'm late.
But riddle me this, Richie. Would Josh Allen have been able to beat that team? I don't think anybody was going to beat that Eagles team that night, dude.
No, I don't think so. I think he maybe would have played at the same level as Mahomes that game, just based on. I mean, I think it would have been close, but
I think he would have had sad face in that one too, just like Mahomes had, because the Eagles were coming for fucking ass, dude, and they were kicking names and taking ass. Like,
Right.
I think I might say that wrong.
yeah, no, for sure. Man, it's kind of a down season right now. What is it for the next month? It's kind of like just dead air right now, right, for football. So we gotta figure something out here.
I know it's fun though, but look what they did. They stirred us up, got us talking. Because I was thinking they meant like all time.
No.
But it was just like this season. Oh wait, you just wait, dude. My receivers are all healthy. You know why he sucked last season, right? I mean, he was playing with fucking third stringers, right? And then we got D-Hop, and it looked better, and we kept, like, sliding through these games, but we didn't have that 30, 40-point offense anymore. Now we do, and we still got a defense, top 5 defense.
At some point, they're going to need that again, though. I mean, the Chiefs got away with it, and it's not me hating. It's like it's any good football team. The Chiefs got away with a lot in the regular season, but your guys' defense was so fucking lights out.
We didn't get away with it. It's Andy Reid has a way, and the team knows what to do when to do it. And they have a way of managing that clock. Like, if you watch the games, they were one-score games. Like, 11 of the games we won, one-score games.
Right.
But if you watch those, we legit were winning. We just managed the clock the rest of the fucking way out and let the defense roll because we had nobody left healthy on the offense.
Well, I mean, it's a compliment to Mahomes. That's why I'm actually complimenting him. He didn't have to have the great year that he had in his first couple of years because your guys' defense is so good, though.
Right, because in 2019, when we were putting 50 points on people,
right?
You know, in 2020, when you go win the Super Bowl,
right,
and you're winning by like 40, you're 42 to 20, and 50 to goddamn 23 or whatever. I mean. Dude, there was a game where there was 3 games when we were down 3 scores.
Right.
We came back to win in a single fucking season, dude.
Yep.
And so that was all offense. And we had shit defense. We were just getting mopped. I mean, the Texans were 24-0 on us in a playoff, and we came back and won that game with like 52 unanswered points, dude. It was just fucking wow, you know? And so, yes, it was all offense then. And then there was a middle part where he started doing like Brady and learning the dink and dunk, you know? And so then it was everybody's hurt. So goddamn, we just need you to just put 17 points up. We can hold them to 11.
Right.
You know? And so it was all defense. And Spagnuolo is a fucking magician, dude. Just out of nowhere. Just a guy you never expect to just snag that shit, dude. I mean, my defense is going to be sick this year. I know Buffalo is batten down the hatches on the defense. That's fucking beautiful, dude. Fuck yeah. You guys are batting down the hatches. You guys are ready to go.
If you thought games are usually fun when we play you guys do, wait till this year, man. If it pans out the way I think it's gonna, dude, it's gonna be fucking. This shit's gonna be friggin' ridiculous this year.
Well, I'm still gonna have a defense that can hold everybody else to 17 points, and so all I need is 20 points, and I'm not worried about trying to get no fucking 70-0.
we were the only team you guys let up 30-some points last year. So
you guys fucked us up. Yeah, you guys fucked us up, huh? You took full advantage, dude. That Josh Allen is that Josh is a hell of a quarterback, bro.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of it looking from the outside. Like, I'm trying to be like a non-fan, and it's like that's a quarterback that deserves a fucking Super Bowl by now. Like, when I
know he's gonna get one, bro. It's like being a quarterback in the fucking Joe Montana era, which, you know, in the NFC West or something. Like, that's the guy we got to go against every fucking time, you know? Or God forbid you had to be in the NFC West and play him twice a year. Just take those ass whippings, you know?
Right.
I mean, you guys had it with Jim Kelly. God damn, I hated it. I respect the fuck out of Jim Kelly, dude. Like, that is the guy who showed me what tough could be.
Right.
He went out there and took those ass whippings every fucking play, dude. The play's over, and these guys would just wow, and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? You know, everybody hit him late, and he'd just get up, brush that off, and go and work. Crazy, dude.
How are the OTAs and minicamp looking for you guys?
Sick as fuck, bro. My receivers are all healthy. They're so fast. We have got the Legion of Zoom back.
Oh, Xavier Worthy.
We've got it. It's faster than Tyreek ever was, dude. We've got guys faster than Tyreek. Tyreek is an anomaly. He's super fast, but he learned how to be a ball hawk. Okay. When he was with the Chiefs, he could spin around and go at the ball before the defender even knew that fucker was coming, and the little shit was gone, right? He's just that fast. Boom! But when he went to Miami, he just didn't take it with him, I don't think. A couple of times he flashed, you know. But with KC, he was the Legion of Zoom. Made his name, got his bag. Yeah.
I think if Noah Gray steps up even more this year, I think Kelsey's going to retire soon. I don't know. I
think like Noah.
He wants to win one more, but like Noah Gray's going to take over for sure.
I like Noah. He's a great guy, dude. He's super nice, like super nice. I mean, I don't know him personally or anything, but I've seen a lot of his stuff, and he just seems like a genuine nice guy. You know, and he's just there for us when we need him too.
Yep.
God damn, he does good. I look at him like I look at Kincaid, man. I like Kincaid.
Well, he better do something this year. The difference is Noah Gray does stuff for you guys.
Kincaid does stuff, but you don't use the tight end game.
Well, right.
Oh, No, don't blame that on Kincaid. Blame that on your OC because Kincaid does it.
Right.
He had what, fucking 3, maybe 4 drops last year, all year.
Right.
I mean, with age, those nerves in the big time play are they're going to go away, and he's just going to be what I thought he was. I kind of wish we could have drafted him back in the day. He would have sure taken a lot of weight off of Kels.
Yeah, no doubt.
Noah, though, we had Noah, and I saw good things with Noah. We got that bringing Brisson Stool, Brennan Stool. Sorry, I screw his name up every time, dude.
Yeah.
Those things with my tongue. But yeah, Brennan Stool, I think is his name. But he's got some good practices in, bro. I mean, we ain't got no pads on. Ain't nobody just whooping somebody's ass.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Big Trav get mad enough to hit anybody yet, so it's not real yet.
Yeah, you got to get pads on. I mean, not saying this doesn't matter, but you got to get pads on.
It matters. It matters because you'll get those young hot defenders coming out there to pop somebody.
Right.
Then you'll get Big Trav over there picking them up by their fucking shoulder pad. And he'll say, "This is practice with your own team," you know. And then if he does it again, Travis goes, "Stop it." And then we see it on the news, and then there's something to talk about.
You nervous? You nervous about the Ravens at all with their recent move, or don't you? I mean, I'm not.
No, I just don't fear the Harbaughs.
No.
My coach coached against their dad, who they got their designs from, basically. Once Andy Reid retires, you guys are all fucked because the Harbaughs are going to whip everybody's ass for like a decade. Then they're both going to retire and both go to the Hall of Fame. It's going to be the fucking Chargers and the Ravens. For mark my words, dude. The Harbaughs are going to take over the AFC. Like they're going to go to all the Super Bowls between them. They're going to fight for them.
I'm not sure. I believe in the Chargers like a lot of people do, but
okay. I believe in the Harbaughs just because their dad was so great and taught them to be great. I don't like the Harbaugh that's over at the Ravens. He's kind of a prick, but he's just a goddamn wizard when it comes to running a football team. Yeah. What more do you want? Go ahead, be a prick. Good job. He does have to live in Baltimore. That might be rough. Might cause you to, get a little aggressive. Baltimore would be a rough town to have to be a coach at. I mean, like New York, that'd be pretty rough being a coach in New York, dude. Aaron Glenn did it right. He got there and he chewed everybody's ass, and then everybody went, "Oh." He's going to be okay.
That's the thing with the Jets. I actually do think they have the players. It's their personnel and their culture. That's what it is.
He's changing it, dude. Aaron Glenn is something else, bro. Been watching the Jets for a while, man. Hanging out with Richie and watching them Jets go. And even before that, like the Jets and the Chiefs, that was like my first game I ever went to. Right?
Yeah.
And so from then on, I just kind of watched what the Jets did. I only got a few channels back in the day, but if the Jets were on, I'd watch that one. My Chiefs weren't on. But if my Chiefs were on, you know where I was at.
Right.
But seriously, yeah, I like what he's doing over there. I like what your Bills are doing quite a bit. You guys have been trudging. Just trudging.
Got a couple injuries, but let's be honest, we don't need a lot of these guys till January.
Well,
it is.
I think you guys have the recipe. I think it sucks to have to live in an era where Tom Brady is beating everybody's ass, right?
Yeah.
I think that's rough. I remember, no matter how much I loved it, it was just Tommy Brady was the goddamn GOAT. And I feel what you guys feel too, because I've seen a lot of players come and go on my team that deserve a second ring. Just deserve it. It breaks your heart that they don't get it. But I think Josh can get it.
Should. I don't know. I mean, the reality is they have to get the 1 seed to do it. That's like the biggest.
It does help. A 1 seed usually goes to the Super Bowl, more than not.
Right.
I mean,
it's usually 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3. It's usually somewhere along those lines.
Yeah, but what you really need is to just beat the Chiefs. Be there in the divisional round and take the Chiefs down there. I mean, you get the 1 seed or whatever. Yeah, be there. Just be there and beat them right then, because you don't want to see them in the chip. Once they hit that room, it is Kansas City's ball, dude. And I tell you what, Mahomes loves playoffs. Andy Reid loves playoffs. That's where they do the best. And boy, it's like the entire locker room goes into some weird different mode in playoffs. That Super Bowl was the anomaly. So that's what makes me think, yes, there's probably parts of the NFL that might be rigged a bit. It's just looking at Mahomes' face on the sideline of that. There was something up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just.
Are you telling me you wouldn't let the powers that be? What?
Part of me thinks that too, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. Part of me thinks that too, because it's like, how do you go 15-2, arguably almost undefeated? Let's be honest, and then just throw up on yourselves in that Super Bowl? Yeah, the Eagles deserve credit, but it's like,
well, they did win.
It wasn't much of a. If it wasn't much of a Super Bowl, if you ask me, and that's just being truthful. I'm not even hating.
They went 17-2.
Yeah, well,
17-3 technically.
Right.
For a season. That's 20 games if you get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And people wonder why we got all the primetime spots. Like why the Chiefs get 7 primetime games.
And then there we are with you guys smack dab in the middle of the season. That drives me nuts. But whatever. I know why they do it, but it still drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Bad thing when the Chiefs and the Bills play, bro, is for a week or 2 after that, our teams are just beat to shit. We're just beat up, like, just sore for like 2 weeks.
It's like a mini Super Bowl. Let's be honest. That's what it is.
Well, the best time to play the Bills or the Chiefs would be like exactly 7 days after they just played the Bills or the Chiefs, because they're gonna be sore. I mean, Our teams don't fuck around. We got tough teams. The Ravens don't fucking scare me. No. My team is tough, dude. I got some guys. I wish I still had Willie Gay, because he was the guy that would just he was real G. He was a real G. Scary. If guys were gonna start tussling and he went walking over there, they split up. It doesn't matter what teams they were on. They fucking Willie. He was the goddamn. Ooh, he was just tough. That's why I bought his jersey.
Yeah.
Scary tough. I love that shit.
What jerseys do you have? I don't think I've ever. So that one.
All right. So what I like to do is pick a guy that I like, and I watch him, and I'll buy his jersey. I try to do it every year, and so I got fucking tons of them. I don't wear them to come out here to smoke, except for a couple of them, because some of them I've got 2 of. but I got a closet full, all the way back to Derek Thomas, dude. They're all defense. I think Tony Gonzalez is my only offense jersey. I don't even have a Kelsey jersey, bro. I like Tony. I like Kelsey too. But god dang it, Tony Gonzalez spoiled me so bad that I almost didn't even see it in Travis. You know? Oh no, wait. I might have got a Priest Holmes. There's your other offense.
What about Alex Smith? You got to have an Alex Smith.
No.
No?
I don't. God, I got a whole bunch though. Oh wait, I got another offense. I got a Joe Delaney, 37.
Okay.
The rest are defense.
I try not to get too many jerseys anymore. With how often these fucking guys get traded, these jerseys are so expensive. You know?
Well, and that's why sometimes I wait.
Yeah.
And so, because I was totally going to buy a Justin Reed, but there was rumors of him being, you know, up on contract soon, and I was going to see if we kept him. If we kept him, I was getting his jersey. But I jumped the gun on a couple of rookies, you know. What do? You know, you love it. I love to watch the rookies, dude. I'll go to preseason games because they're cheap as shit. I can take all the kids. You know,
the weather's good too. The weather's still nice.
I mean, it's warm as shit. In Kansas City, it's sweltering, so you're just fucking pouring sweat in August in Kansas City, dude. It's fucking. It lets the players know what the fuck they're about to have happen, and then it gets just cold as a witch's titty, bro. Hoo-wah! It goes through hot to nice through the fall, and then all of a sudden it is cold. So they make them practice outside all day and shit, play on that open field over at the practice fields and stuff. I tell you what, down in St. Joe right now, them boys are doing some work, buddy. God, they're looking good. Offense and defense, man. I'm seeing some athletic shit. And I don't know if you guys understand, everybody's going to be covering Rashid. Because Rashid is fast as fuck, and now he's completely healthy again.
I was going to say, is he actually going to play?
100%, dude. And then we were going to have one guy on Worthy. And he's faster than Tyreek, and he turned into the ball hawk. After DeAndre Hopkins talked to Xavier Worthy, he changed. Like, he started watching DeAndre and doing it like DeAndre, man.
So your top two now is going to be Rashid. I mean, I'm not putting Kelsey in there just yet, but
Rice, Hollywood Brown's 100% again because he got injured like fucking preseason last year, maybe game 1 last year.
Yeah.
Everybody went down. Hollywood, we still got Juju, Old Faithful. I know he did the stupid dance. He did his Juju dance on that.
Damn, you guys still have him? I'm surprised.
Dude, he's just look.
He's that player that'll give you the 10 yards that you need. Like he's one of those
when you need it.
Yeah.
When you need it, he's big enough that he can go take it, and he's fucking good at it. He's a great big kid. Great big kid, dude. He should probably be playing in the NBA. See what I mean? Like, and just when you need him, he's there. We still got Noah and Travis.
Right.
And there's some hot new ones too. I'm not gonna say we don't have too many, but even the backups are looking good enough to get some jobs done. Okay. The problem is we got to weed them out. And this is where my heart starts to break because you've got 150 guys right now.
Oh yeah.
And then pretty soon you got to get down to 100. And then you got to lop that in half again. And then play fucking 20 weeks. It's crazy, huh? I think they're all getting more money, though, so I guess you can't really complain. if I only had to work 20 out of the 52 weeks a year, and I got that many millions of dollars, fuck, dude, bring it back where, like, let me be the holder.
Right.
I'll make sure the laces are out, okay, every time. I promise.
Ooh,
Let
I
me be
wonder
that.
who. Here's a fun one. Maybe I should know this. Who's gonna be Who's gonna be the Ravens' new kicker now that the massage parlor's gone? I
That
genuinely
kid did
wonder
get in
that.
trouble, didn't he? I didn't see that he got in trouble, but that's funny, dude. That's funny.
I wonder who their replacement's gonna be. I mean, because he was arguably a big reason why the Ravens won a lot of shit. I mean, he's a bigger deal than people thought. But I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, gosh, that sucks. He did a Watson. He did a Watson, and then he got fucking busted hardcore for it. Why did he get so harsh on?
Ugh.
Well, I guess it was just a matter of time and contract before Watson got kicked too. I guess Watson did it smart though. He got his bag before he did it, or before he got caught.
No, the Browns were aware of it and they still paid him. It was actually the opposite. He was just never officially guilty, but the Browns still were dumb and overpaid him, knowing what was coming.
Doesn't that suck? I've been blessed with some kickers, dude. I got a couple kicker jerseys. I got a Colquitt jersey, and I got a Nick Lowry jersey. Fuck yeah.
Colquitt, I remember. Lowry, I don't remember.
So, remember when Ickey Woods played football for the Bengals?
No, not quite, no.
That was about Nick Lowry era
Okay.
for the Chiefs. And I'm telling you, dude, we beat the Super Bowl winning team that year by a kick. That guy would go out and put 20 fucking 1 points a game up. 7 field goals. There you go. Just from way out, dude. He was hitting 55-yarders just for lunch. It's like the Chiefs' offense was only good to just get past the 40-yard line, and then we would stall out, and he'd just go kick it for 3, fucking whatever. We were so mediocre. But he was a hero.
Do you think? I think we've already talked about this. Commanders for the NFC East.
Yeah.
I think they overstepped the Eagles.
It's hard to do. Well, the Eagles are a perennial. They are going to bloom every year. They are a champion building factory. And I think they were in the Andy Reid era when he was there with them. It was the same thing. But I believe that it's a hit or miss sort of a thing. So sometimes they're going to just fucking kick everybody's ass. And sometimes you got a reverb there. Is that me?
Oh, I had the hiccups just now, but that's.
I'm hearing a thing. But I think sometimes the Eagles just aren't going to make it, and I think they lost too many guys.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. They did lose. Yeah.
They're still filling the holes with good vets and everything, and that's because they're a champion building factory. So they're going to be a contender whether they win 10 games in a season or whether they win 15 games in a season or 17.
Right.
They're still going to be a contender, and so if anybody makes it to a playoff and has to play them, they better fucking cinch their belt down. Eagles are no shit.
I think I just don't think Jaden Daniels regresses. He has a lot. He has it all. I think like right now.
He's got a gift given to him, kind of like C.J. Stroud got given to him, with a really good, talented young team that can last for a bunch of years.
Right.
And so I think Stroud has the opportunity. He's got the opportunity to be one of the big contenders, but I don't think the team quite has the moxie over the last couple of years. I think they need more unity, maybe. It's good, bro. I'll continue. So I think CJ Stroud's really good, but Jaden Daniels isn't CJ. He's got the gift given to him as far as the young, really driven team with good vets on there too. Great coaching. I think they have a good shot to go all the way, bro. I see you. I think they got a good shot to go all the way.
I have no idea what the hell happened. Shit.
It's okay. But yeah, Jaden Daniels, I don't think he's going to regress. I think a lot of people hope for the sophomore slump.
Right.
Then again, a lot of people argue about people having a sophomore slump that never had a freshman flash. Like, Bo Nix had a pretty good flash as a freshman. He got to a playoff, but that was a lot of defense carrying him. I'll give him it. He got to a playoff. That's a freshman flash. There's where you see a sophomore slump. Okay. Jaden Daniels had a freshman flash. There was a lot of the team around him that did it. There's where you see the sophomore slump. Okay, a guy like J.J. McCarthy from the Vikings, you guys have no fucking idea what he's going to be able to do. And he was pretty goddamn good in school, but he came out and he got injured right away. So this kid could have his sophomore flash. Right? He had to sit there a whole season and watch somebody that wasn't worthy of that Vikings team take that motherfucker deep into the playoff. And that could have been his. Ooh, you think he's not going to be a fucking threat? He's going to be a threat.
You almost wonder if J.J. McCarthy sitting actually helped him. Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. It absolutely helps. You guys chucked Allen to the wolves when he was a baby.
Right.
Luckily,
Nathan Peterman threw 4. We had no choice, man. Nathan, he was just bad. Like, we had no fun.
I get it, bro. But luckily, Josh is a fucking big man. You know, even when he was a boy, he was a great, big, strong boy.
Right.
With a fucking cannon for an arm. You know, just poof, cannon. But he was tough enough. And I don't know, I guess somebody must have put it in his head, look, if you're going to be doing this, then you got to talk to Jim Kelly, because there's a few reasons why you have to respect this. What you did, you know? And he went out there and he showed that toughness, man. I fucking dig it. I dig it. I bet he's so sore after some of the games. You guys run him like he's a fucking running back. That's terrible to do to a kid like that. God, I bet he's just fucking sitting in ice all the time going,
That's why part of me wishes, like, I mean, we're up against, like, cap numbers, but, like, part of me wishes we would have got, like, a true number 1 wide receiver, because so we don't have to. But my fear is because we have him, I wouldn't say they ran him into the ground last year, but because that's just the quarterback he is, man. He's a running quarterback. He's a running quarterback too, so we can't fault him for that. But, like, at some point, how about you take the load off of him? You know what I mean? Like, that's my.
I'm 100% in agreement with that. For real, dude. 100%.
Like, Mahomes has Kelsey and Noah Gray potentially for the bailout. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have that bailout. Like, we don't. Like, yeah, we have Shakir, we have a few players, but they're not, like, true bailout people.
Well, if you guys have the tight end in your scheme, your offensive scheme just doesn't play a heavy tight end scheme.
Right.
And we play like a 3 tight end scheme. You know, we got 3 guys that are big, strong, fucking guys like that, right? You got Kelsey, Noah, and Juju out there. All right. But now we're gonna switch back to the speed ball And then you're going to have little hot rods to try to keep up with. And I'm telling you what, they're running and running and running right now. They're probably still fucking running. You know, running and running and running, trying to get faster and faster. Crazy. And they're playing catch every day, 1,000 passes a day, dude. I mean, these guys are just getting better every single day. You guys are going to have the fastest fucking receiving crew since the Legion of Zoom, even faster than them. And I mean, we had the 2 fastest. We had the 2 fastest, bro. At one time, we had the 2 fastest receivers. Now I think we got 2 very fast and 1 extreme receiver, right?
Right.
There's going to be 3 missiles out there. Which fucking missile do you try to catch? And we've got 2 big guys going out on those passes too. I would hate to be the guy that's sitting over here on defense with this fucking 3-man set of speed defense. Holy fuck, which one do I go for? As soon as it goes and they all disappear different ways.
Well, hopefully that's Taron Johnson and Maxwell Harrison for us this year covering your guys. And then the reason why we bulked up on defense, that's why I said imagine, was it Bosa? Landon Jackson's going to be one of my favorites if he pans out. The whole design we did is to get after Mahomes. That's basically what we drafted, is to get after your ass.
But you picked the wrong Bosa.
Well, if he stays healthy, that's why I said if him and Landon Jackson are in, they stay healthy. Well, I mean, seriously, watch out. Like,
if my aunt had nuts, I probably wouldn't call her like Aunt Margaret.
Yeah.
Bosa is perennially injured these days. He had a couple of flashes when he was younger and was goddamn good. Whenever he's been on the field, he's been good.
Well, the thing is, we rotate guys in though, so we're not going to use them. I mean, that matters. We're not going to
use him. He's like, fucking hurt.
Well, no. I mean, like when he's healthy, like the Chargers. He played every play on the Chargers almost. Like we don't. Our style of defense doesn't play like that. So I mean, yes, he could obviously still get injured, but his chances are less to get injured when we're rotating instead of having him every play.
I got to tell you, but you don't. You're going to tell me this, but you don't, because remember when Von Miller went to Buffalo and you guys played him every motherfucking play until he got hurt?
Yeah,
you guys will use them.
He was a different animal, though.
You guys will use them. They better be smart enough to put something in their contract where I only have to play 3rd and 4th down. But you're going to have to take a shit ton less money, right? You guys will use a guy that's a vet like that you sign because you put it in his fucking contract that if he gets hurt, it basically most of this is null and void. We'll still give you enough that you can live on. Okay. So no, you can't tell me you guys are planning on rotating Bosa. You're planning on running him up at people's fucking ass until he broke. He just broke early.
Von Miller was also better than. I don't mean to shit on Bosa, our own player, but Von Miller was also a better at the time. He is also a better edge than
Von Miller is a fucking Hall of Famer.
That's what I mean.
He's one of the greatest. Oh goddamn! I hated having him on Denver's team. Hated it. He was so fucking good, dude. Why couldn't he have been a Chief? You know? God, he was so fucking good. I mean, he has Super Bowl rings, bro.
2 of them, right? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He was there with Peyton Manning.
No. The Rams, Stafford.
Von Miller. But he was there with Peyton Manning, too.
Dude, yeah, you're right.
Super Bowl ring in Denver, bro.
No, when I hear Peyton Manning, I thought of the Colts right away, which is true.
Oh, no, at Denver when Manning went there as their hired gun. Right. And Manning went there and did it the way that all of these fucking vet quarterbacks should do it. He went there and he said, listen, I have a thing that works. Buy me what I want. And they did.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was John Elway though on the team. He's like, I get it, baby. Let's do this, right? I mean, so yeah, got him what he wanted. They had a fucking massive kick-ass defense, and all Manning had to do was go out there and be the fucking general he is. You know what I'm saying? And I like Eli too. So I don't let people talk no shit about Eli, but I'll make fun of Peyton sometimes. You know what? And all the Mannings were great. Arch Manning's probably going to be a fucking phenom too. He does it right. But they were saying if again.
Well, when is he coming in? This coming up year? Next year?
I think so, man. I think it is this year, isn't it? Isn't he a senior now? So he's probably practicing.
Well, I'm going to get scooting for now. I'll stay in the chat, but I'm going to get scooting for now.
I think I'm going to call it a day, bro.
Right.
I'm about like 4 beers in, so I might just go play some Xbox.
No, with that. Good talking to you, man.
Yeah, man. Much love, bro. You have a great night.
You too, brother.
See you, man. That was fun. I like Richie Fresh. I was hoping Chris would call in today. That would have been fun. Trying to see if we can get some of the guys from the round table to come and call in too. Anthony will be back soon. I know he'll be here tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we're gonna do the whole tease Anthony about how his big Taliban beard is looking and stuff. Sweet. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. If you're watching this late, thanks for hanging out and checking it out. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. And stream. How do I do this? Set outro video. What is an outro video? I don't know what this is. Let's try it.